Hello everyone and welcome to a kind of different video. Today we're going to be covering classic games such as Super Castlevania 4, which was the first Castlevania on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, as well as being the first Castlevania game that I've actually played. So, the basis of the story, as far as I've figured, is that you're this vampire hunter guy and you're hunting vampires, obviously, and for some reason, whenever you hit candles, you get stuff from candles. Don't ask me why, that's just how the world in this game works. And it took me about 4 or 5 tries to get this clip, because it wasn't entirely obvious that I had to open that gate there. So that's what I failed at. I'm actually currently recording the commentary a few days after I recorded this, so there's a bit of a disconnect there. But yeah, this is the first level. I would have the music because it's awesome, but I don't want to get copyrighted. And that is a sub-weapon, which is the cross, and sub-weapons use hearts, as you might have saw Simon, which is the character, pick up from the candles, right, like that. The sub-weapons use a certain amount of hearts before firing. And yeah, it's actually the only Castlevania game I ever played, to be honest with you, but it's also the first. The first and the last. Hopefully not. Hopefully not the last. And this is sort of near the area where I messed up a whole bunch, because of these things here. They're little grapples, and the controls are very strange. You gotta watch out for that guy, because he'll pop up and kill you. But see that? The controls aren't great for that, so it took me about 4 or 5 tries just to get that part. And of course, you kill those statues before they do the thing, and you get the stuff out of candles, because why not? That's how things work around here. The game itself was actually released on Halloween 1991. That's obviously not when I played it. I might have played it in like 2006. So I was young-ish, like maybe 4 or 5 years old. That would be around when my siblings were born, whenever I was 4 or 5 years old. But yeah, and I just basis of this video is actually just to show some games that I played whenever I was younger, so hopefully you guys will have some curiosity towards them and actually check them out for yourselves, because they're really cool and they got some great soundtracks, to be honest with you. So, back onto Castlevania. There's an anime of this show, but it's very dark for what I've seen. But I don't know. If you like animes and lots of blood and gore, then it's probably your thing. And that sub-weapon is the pocket watch, which freezes time. I did not actually use that in this clip. I just walked along and whipped these flying Gorgon heads, or whatever they're supposed to be. I'm not entirely sure what some of the monsters are supposed to be. I believe those are supposed to be Gorgon heads, though. And those are some kind of, wall fungus. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words on those, to be completely and totally honest with you. Alright, then we continue on. And this is the first boss. A skeletal horse rider, and I'm not the best at dodging, so I'm more or less, it would seem that I'm more or less dead, destined to die at the hands of a skeletal horse and its rider. But I seem to have gotten the hang of it. I actually don't remember. Okay, it killed the horse. And the owner is going to try and kill me, because he's a spooky skeleton. And he's dead. I have the best commentary. And that's the end of the level, which is all I recorded. So now we're on to Super Mario World. Some of you may know this. I hope you know this. There's multiple levels in this one, actually. This was released in November 21st, 1990, and it was one of the first Mario games I played. The actual first one being Super Mario Brothers 2. Something that I don't have anymore, so I can't really play it. Of course, you follow Mario and he's trying to go after Bowser, as per usual. I'm not the best at the controls in this game either. The Super Nintendo Entertainment System had some strange controls, to be honest with you. But I eventually figured it out. Except for that. I kind of messed it up there. So yeah. On an unrelated note, by the time you're actually seeing this video, I will most likely not be home. As I'm going to, well, I won't be at my current place that all my stuff is. I will actually most likely be in Louisiana looking at the house we're going to hopefully move into once we get it all fixed up. Anyways, that's the end of the unrelated part. No, that was a series of events, wasn't it? Okay, back onto it. This Mario game is one that I remember a lot because of the soundtrack and because of it being one of the first Mario games that I actually played. Of course, I don't have the patience to sit in this bonus room with the controls, so I just go out because that's what Ben does. This wasn't exactly my most played game on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, but it's definitely a game that has stuck with me and pretty much defined most of my taste in games in general. And then you go on to the next level, of course, because that's how games work. You go further and further into the levels. And this level gave me a lot of trouble. Maybe not in this playthrough, I'm not entirely sure, I can't remember. But this level, yeah, it gave me trouble here too. This level gave me trouble in the past, because I didn't go into the Yellow Switch Palace and change the blank blocks into blocks with exclamation points on them, because I didn't want to go that way, for whatever reason. So, I just fell to my death a lot. However, I'm doing a lot better nowadays than I am at that game. And yeah, let's not mess that part up again. That would be painful for me to watch twice. So yeah, I've already said this was one of my first Mario games, and the one with the best soundtrack in my opinion. I haven't played Mario Odyssey, so I'm not entirely sure about the soundtrack on that one. Apparently I can't jump. As I said, the controls aren't my strong suit. Yeah. There's about 5 minutes of footage, and I don't really have any relative commentary. I could go over the history, but I already said when it was released. And I already said my history with the game. And it's not one of victory, as I've never beaten any of these games except for the last one. So yeah, that's not entirely surprising to you, I'm sure. And I just like how Mario does his little peace symbol at the end. Like, peace. I believe that's the end of this one. Yeah, I believe so. I think. Nope. Okay, we have a few more minutes. We go through this level. Yeah, that's right. That's right. This is the one level that I really didn't like because I was bad at. But oh well. I seem to have skipped the bonus pipe as well. entirely sure what I'm trying to do. Oh, I get it. Okay. I don't know what I was doing back then. That was like 2 days ago. Okay. We'll just let past Ben deal with that problem. Anyhow. And he's basically messed up, didn't he? He just messed up big time. No. Nope, that's the end of it, I believe. Yeah, now we're on to Kirby Superstar, which is the last game, and the only one I've actually beat. I've beat the entirety of Kirby Superstar. It's a pretty great game, and the music is wonderful. The character design and just the overall charm and style of it is amazing, and it's one of my favorite childhood games. So I hope you guys can play it, or whatever. There's a Superstar Ultra remake on the DS. I'm sure somebody can play that. I don't know. I just remember the boss fights and just the overall just being Kirby, absorbing your enemy's powers and making friends out of the powers and all that. I don't know if I do too much of that in this. I can't remember if I remember the controls during recording this, but I don't know. If not, I will most likely put out another clip of it, and I know the things afterwards, so that's good. And yeah, I just hope that this video shows you guys some of the games that well, it does if you're watching. It shows just the games I grew up on, or the games that got me into gaming. This isn't all of them, of course, but this is the majority of games that I actually played for years before I actually played anything that you've seen on the channel. Rightly so, because this is on the Super Nintendo system and not a PC or anything. But you know what I mean. I played the remakes of these things. Well, I think the only one I played the remake of is Superstar Ultra. There's plenty of games that have inspired me to make content for them, because I'm not a proud artist. I draw, but not anything spectacular. I just do it for something to do, I guess. But yeah, this is the one way I can make content, quality content for the communities around these games. And then the Kirby dance, where he inexplicably splits into 4 versions of himself and dances, because why not? The answer is why not? That's the answer. Why not? I don't guess I ever remember the controls. Either that, or I just wanted to be a wizard guy for the whole thing. Either way, I think the end of the video is coming up. Yeah, just a little bit. There's me trying to remember the controls, I guess. There's lots of me trying to remember the controls in the deleted clips, which you probably won't see, because obviously they're deleted. I deleted them. When I say deleted, I don't mean cut. I mean actually deleted. There, I figured it out. Oh. Okay. I forgot that could happen. But yeah. I always liked this game. I don't know why. Kirby has a charm to it. I don't remember when the video ends, actually. In a minute or two. But Kirby has always just been... Kirby was the one game that I played on the DS more than anything else. I had a Super Mario 64 remake on the DS, and that and Kirby were the 2 things that I put the most time into, because I never beat Super Mario 64. I played a lot of it, but mostly just because I could run around the castle and just be dumb or whatever. I could make Mario seem dumb just by doing stuff. I don't know why, but the little helper guy bugged out there for a moment. and the end of the video is coming up, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna stop talking, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be hopefully soon. Until next time, see you all. Bye!